if you could take over checking the great senator from Texas to make sure he doesn't talk about me or Stanford football when I leave.
I will do that, Senator.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. I am going to have to head to the floor.
Do they have a football team?
Let the record show that I have asked the Senate leadership to Rule 19 you for that personal insult.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank all of you for your testimony. I do want to pick up on a point I heard the ranking member make earlier, and I think some of my colleagues, with respect to President Trump's despicable statements about the Somali community here in the United States. And it is just the latest attack on a minority community in our country. You know, if you look at the United States Senate above the dais, it says e pluribus unum, out of many, one. And what Donald Trump is doing is just the opposite. And it's despicable here at home. And he has also maligned the countries of origin of so many of our communities here in the United States. So I have to say, as we talk about Africa, it is difficult to do so without noting our extreme disappointment in the President of the United States. I want to talk about a particular country in Africa the President continues to malign, and that's South Africa. Mr. Sylvester, South Africa is one of the African continent's biggest economies, right? I think it's in the top 3, is that right? Yeah. And it does play an important role in maritime security in the southern Africa region, is that right? I mean, it of course, sits astride the Cape Sea route, and my understanding it also plays an important role in policing and anti-piracy efforts in the Mozambique Channel. Is that right?
I would defer to my colleague on the law enforcement side, but my understanding is that it's an important maritime nation in general.
Right. So, an important country in Africa, both from an economic point of view, from a political point of view, from a maritime security point of view, and yet the Trump administration has decided to target South Africa. We know that despite the fact it's a G20 member, the president says they can't come to the G20 meeting in the United States. We know the United States decided not to go to South Africa for the G20 meeting that was hosted by South Africa. We've heard the president make up this completely false accusation that South Africa is engaged in a genocide. And of course, when it comes to our immigration policies, our refugee policies, I think the administration's put a worldwide cap of about 7,500 on it overall, and the great majority would be white South Afrikaners. So I ask you, Mr. Sylvester, what is South Africa doing to warrant these kind of unfounded attacks?
So, Senator, my understanding of the scope of the hearing is on maritime security. I'm not sure I'm equipped to address the question as you've asked it. What I would say with respect to South Africa is that President Trump has shown willingness to work with any country to advance American interests, and our embassies on the ground are still pursuing commercial opportunities for U.S. companies across the continent.
Well, it doesn't sound to me like the president's really interested in engaging South Africa, even to advance our own interests. If that were the case, he would not set about attacking them without reason. I'm asking you because you are one of the political appointees at the State Department, and all we've seen is this series of attacks on South Africa. And, you know, the South African government has options. I mean, they can partner with others around the world. Obviously, they have relationships with Russia, they have relationship with China, they're part of BRIC. But why in the world we would gratuitously attack them based on what appears to be this trumped-up allegation that they're engaged in a genocide against white South Africans? That's not true, is it, that they're engaged in a genocide?
So, Senator, I'm not familiar with the issue that you're raising. I've been tracking that closely. Again, while I am a political appointee at the State Department, I cover transportation issues, so aviation and maritime. I'd be happy to address any questions you have on those issues in particular.
No, I appreciate that. I just think, and I think others here recognize that when you're dealing with a country like South Africa, the third biggest economy on the continent, where we do have shared interests, it doesn't really help our cause to advance those interests if we're gratuitously attacking this particular country. And it just is a mystery to me how the president sort of got trapped in this story that he keeps telling himself about South Africa. I hope, although realistically, it may not be a realistic hope, that the administration will change course and seek cooperation in areas of mutual interest. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.